Close your eyes for a second and think of the person you want to become. Maybe you see yourself healthy, fit, and full of energy. Or maybe you see yourself confident, wealthy, and successful. Or perhaps you just want peace of mind, discipline, and a sense of control over your life. Now ask yourself, why is it so hard to get there? We all set goals. We all make promises. This year I'll lose weight. This year I'll start writing. This year I'll save money. But most of us fail after a few days or weeks. Here's the truth. It's not because you lack motivation. It's not because you're weak. It's because your system is broken. Success is not about making one big leap. It's about the small things, the habits you repeat every single day. They may feel invisible at first, but with time, they build your entire life. And that's what James Clear reveals in his best-selling book, Atomic Habits. A book that teaches us tiny changes, when done consistently, create massive results. Today, we'll explore this book in detail. We'll break down its lessons, stories, and strategies. And by the end, you'll not only understand how habits work, but you'll have the tools to redesign your life from the ground up. About the author and why. This book matters. James Clear didn't just study habits from the outside, he lived it. In high school, James suffered a serious head injury when he was hit in the face with a baseball bat. His skull was fractured, he had seizures, he couldn't even breathe on his own. Doctors didn't know if he would ever recover fully. But James slowly rebuilt his life, not with big dramatic actions, but with tiny steps. Waking up at the same time every day, doing small exercises, studying a little more each day. Over years, these little steps compounded into something extraordinary. He became a successful writer, entrepreneur, and eventually the author of Atomic Habits, which sold millions of copies worldwide. That's why this book feels so powerful. It's not theory written by a professor in a lab. It's practical wisdom, tested in real life, proven by psychology, and made simple enough for anyone to use. The core idea, small habits. Let's start with the most important idea. Habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. Think of money. If you invest a small amount every day, you don't see results instantly. But over time, the power of compounding creates wealth. Habits work the same way. A small action repeated daily doesn't look like much. Reading 10 pages, walking for 15 minutes, saving $1, but stack these over a year, and suddenly you've read 10 books, lost weight, and built savings. Improvement is not about intensity, it's about consistency. James Clear gives us a number. If you get 1% better every day for a year, you'll be 37 times better at the end. But if you get 1% worse, you'll head toward decline without even noticing. That's why people who succeed aren't necessarily smarter or more talented. They just have systems that make improvement automatic. The 4 laws of behavior change. To make good habits stick and break bad ones, James Clear gives us the 4 laws of behavior change. These are simple but life-changing. 1. Make it obvious. Habits are triggered by cues in your environment. If you want better habits, design your environment. Want to eat healthy? Keep fruits and nuts in plain sight. Want to drink more water? Place a water bottle on your desk. Want to wake up early? Put your alarm clock across the room. The environment shapes you more than willpower ever could. Clear calls this habit stacking. Attach a new habit to an existing one. Example, after I brush my teeth, I will floss 1 tooth. Over time, it grows naturally. 2. Make it attractive. We are motivated by pleasure. If a habit feels good, we stick to it. Use temptation bundling. Combine something you want with something you need. Only watch Netflix while exercising on a treadmill. Only listen to your favorite podcast while walking. The brain starts to look forward to the habit because it's connected with reward. 3. Make it easy. The easier a habit is, the more likely you'll do it. Want to play guitar? Keep it next to your bed, not in the closet. Want to read? Keep a book on your pillow so you touch it every night. Clear says, don't focus on doing more, focus on removing friction. He also introduces the 2-minute rule. When you start a new habit, it should take less than 2 minutes. Want to read? Start with 1 page. Want to run? Just put on your shoes. Want to meditate? Close your eyes for 2 minutes. Small starts grow naturally. 4. Make it satisfying habits. Stick when they feel rewarding. Use habit trackers, calendars, apps. Every time you mark a streak, your brain gets dopamine. Celebrate small wins. Smile, say, yes, I did it, even for the smallest action. Because progress you can see is progress you'll repeat. Together, these 4 laws create a loop that makes good habits natural and automatic. Breaking bad habits. Bad habits follow the same loop, but in reverse. Make them invisible, remove cues. Make them unattractive, focus on the negative consequences. Make them difficult, increase friction. Make them unsatisfying, add accountability. Example, want to quit smoking. Avoid places where you usually smoke. Remind yourself of the health risks and make it harder by not carrying cigarettes. Example, want to reduce screen time. Delete apps, log out every time, or keep your phone in another room. Remember, you don't need superhuman willpower. You need smarter systems, identity, the secret to lasting change. The deepest message of Atomic Habits is this: habits are not just about results, they are about identity. If you say, I want to run a marathon, you focus on outcome. But if you say, I am a runner, every action supports that identity. Every time you write, you prove, I am a writer. Every time you exercise, you prove, I am healthy. Every time you save money, you prove, I am disciplined. This is the secret. You don't need to change everything at once. You just need to cast votes for the type of person you want to become. And with time, those votes define your identity. Closing lessons and call to action. So let's recap the lessons of Atomic Habits. Habits are tiny, but they compound like interest. Systems matter more than goals. Use the 4 laws. Make it obvious, attractive, easy, satisfying. Break bad habits by reversing the laws. And above all, focus on identity. Become the kind of person who lives the life you want. In the end, success is not built in one day. It's built every day, in small, invisible steps that shape your future. So ask yourself right now, what is one small habit you can start today that your future self will thank you for tomorrow? Because greatness is not achieved by giant leaps. It's built by atomic habits. This was Atomic Habits by James Clear. I'm your BookByte, and if you found this valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And tell me in the comments, what habit are you going to start building today?